my bedroom. I need to set up for the stream today, and then I need to figure out what I'm streaming or what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about today, but I haven't really planned anything. First, I need to get set up. So why am I streaming? It's a great question. I don't need, but I wanted some level of accountability to really get in the amount of time I want to spend on planning this campaign, particularly the months of October and November, the entire month. Now I'm going to be doing other things because I have other things to do, but I do want to make sure that I am putting in the work, putting in the time. I had a lot of time over the summer and at the end of spring to do the first season, and I just don't have that right now. So it will 100% be me procrastinating if I don't really have something that is holding me accountable to the goals that I want to achieve. What are you doing? Why are you so excited? Is it because of the chair? You're so excited for the chair? That's different, okay. So I thought that I would make like Preptober and NaNoWriMo like videos, but I also wanted to actually make sure I do the blocks of time in my planning and in my writing and in my testing. And you're not going to be able to see that in video, really. Like, I could show you what I'm working on, and it could just be like a fast forward of it, kind of how my first video was. But to be honest, that was the first time I had worked on this project since the last campaign ended. So I was able to work on that for a couple of hours, and then I didn't work on it again. And I probably wouldn't work on it again until I like have time or I feel like it. So instead of doing that, I want to actually have a bit of a schedule to actually figure out what I want to do, how I want to do it, and then get to having some sort of a deadline for myself to have everything ready. Because I do have people waiting. I do have players who played the first campaign, who want to play, who played the first season, who want to continue with the campaign. And so I was originally going to like just kind of get this completed whenever I could get it completed. But that's not really fair because then how are they supposed to continue, 5 months from now? That's rough. So, it's still not going to be within like a couple of weeks. It's going to be a couple of months. But the first one was a pilot. This second one, even though it was a season, the second part of this campaign is going to be, I think, a lot more grounded. Chi-Chi! I think it's going to be a lot more grounded. So I'm excited for that. Okay. Let's knock out this last hour. I have been streaming for about an hour, 15 minutes, and this is kind of where I'm at so far. I'm holding Chi-Chi because he was an absolute horror. Tell them. Tell them what you were doing. Tell them. Yeah. Were you chewing on my bed? Were you chewing on my wooden bed? Were you literally eating through my wooden bed? Which is wooden on purpose. It's untreated so that he can eat it and not get sick. But were you doing that for like 20 minutes? Yeah? You sure were? Why are you so bad? So I have been making my Preptober list and I am almost done. And I've just been making my list based on the different types of notes that I've made for the Happy Camper series. In my stream, I talk a lot more about what Happy Camper is, how I'm doing my sessions, what the general premise of the story is, what the genre is, etc., etc. But I haven't gone into that for YouTube. I may if someone's interested in that, but if you are interested in actually seeing like what I work on, my notes, you know, how I kind of talk about my series, then the streams are where that's going to be, because that's where I'm going to do the most work. So right now I'm just finishing up my list. Once my list is done, I will make a schedule essentially for like what I want to work on, maybe today and for the rest of Preptober, and then also figure out how I want to do my schedule for NaNoWriMo. I need to figure out how much time I can really allocate to writing and how I'm actually going to write using the NaNoWriMo platform. I guess I could make a NaNoWriMo account. I already have one. I made one last year, but maybe I could make one, like a new project for this, and see how I would actually write it. I don't know. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna do this until, so I have 2 more hours. It's only 8 right now. 8:18. So for the next 2 hours, that's what I'm gonna do. And hopefully, Chi-Chi, you will stop being an absolute horror. Yes? Yes? Probably not. Okay, so update on the stream. I have gotten a good amount of stuff done, but not as much as I thought I was going to get done, to be honest. So let's look at my list while I'm on break. Essentially, I made the decision, so I finished the list, and these are my tasks to do for the entirety of Preptober. And I made the decision to work on 2 things today. I already formalized the setting explanations, and that is something that I make in Canva, and have essentially a play-by-play of how people play this game and how they can get involved in playing this game. I decided I want to redo the map, so that is what I am going to work on now. Okay, so quick update on where I am. It's been about an hour, and this is what I have figured out I might want to do in terms of how many maps I'm going to be creating. And when I say creating, I don't mean creating from scratch. Most of these maps are going to be assets already created. I'm just going to change them to have the stuff that I need to have added to them. So I have a formula I think I want to do for each session, which is general housekeeping, a recap, opening, and then go straight into investigation, battle, investigation. It may not actually go that way, but I essentially want twice as much investigation to battle. I think that's the formula that makes sense for this. Investigation maps, I'm looking at 28, battle maps 14 with a total of 42. Architect transitions is something that I have just made up. I'm not 100% sure what that will look like right now. And I realized that I hadn't actually given any type of introduction of me or what I'm doing, in case anyone is actually going to watch this video, which is totally fine if no one does. I am making these videos and streaming, honestly, for my own accountability, because I want to essentially give myself a deadline and make sure that I get the things I need to get completed done so that my players can actually have another season to play. So, hello, my name is Tanya, and I'm a lot of things. I am a writer. I have written books. I've written graphic novels. I have published those. You can't find them now, hopefully. Hopefully I've taken them down from everywhere. I didn't enjoy the publishing process for those. However, I do still write novels, short stories, graphic novels, and I have a bunch of those that I do plan on working on sometime in the future. But for now, my attention is on roleplay tabletop, and creating worlds that people can actually play in, which is super fun. I'm also a PhD student, so I am busy with things, and I work as a PhD student, so I do have a job. So I'm a little busy, but I'm not that busy. I'm not that busy for fun hobbies, and I'm never too busy for roleplay. I do not at the moment roleplay on any servers, mainly just because I haven't really had the time, but I do plan to get into that eventually. So that's me. And then you may have also noticed that I have a little pet rabbit named Chi Chi, who is an absolute beauty, who you may hear and see in my videos. Okay, I think I'm supposed to be streaming now. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but that is me, and that is Chi Chi. And he's somewhere around here. I will put a video or picture of him somewhere in the video. So I hope you enjoy watching whatever this is.